The remark by Congress leader Sonia Gandhi referring to President Droupadi Murmu as a poor thing has once again highlighted the deeply entrenched dynastic mindset. That is why Modi told Sai Parivar. Friends, this ideological shift, this is evident in Congress' approach to governance and policy making also. You have seen what has happened during UPA 1 and UPA 2. Namaskar friends, myself Deepak Kumar Rath. I welcome you to the digital media of Uday India, and today in India Things I want to speak something about Srimati Sonia Gandhi. You know what was her reaction after President Droupadi Murmu addressed the parliament. It looks like, whether she did right or wrong, I don't know. People will decide that. But my only concern is Droupadi Murmu has come up from a very poor family, tribal family, from the tribal areas of Odisha. Does a president of India deserves this from a senior leader like Sonia Gandhi, who comes up from a well-off family? Friends, I can tell that, Congress struggle with modern Indian democracy is still going on. That is why the remark by Congress leader Sonia Gandhi referring to President Droupadi Murmu as a poor thing has once again highlighted the deeply entrenched dynastic mindset. That is why Modi told Sai Parivar yesterday. So this shows a dynastic mindset within the Congress party. They think that way. And the statement made an almost condensed tone reflects the feudal mentality that has long been associated with the Gandhi family and their political lineage. Also, it exposes the dismissive attitude of the Congress leadership towards individuals who rise from the humble backgrounds to occupy these high constitutional offices, reinforcing the notion that the party still perceives power as an inheritance rather than a democratic mandate. Friends, the Congress party under the leadership of Nehru Gandhi family has consistently positioned itself as a custodian of political authority in India. And this elitist attitude manifests itself in how its these leaders view institutions and individuals who do not align with their privileged worldview. And President Droupadi Murmu, India's first tribal woman president, symbolizes the democratic aspirations of millions of marginalized citizens. However, for a party that has historically been led by a single family for decades, the rise of leaders from the non-elite backgrounds appears to be an aberration rather than a testament to India's vibrant democracy, world's oldest democracy, biggest democracy. Sonia Gandhi's choice of words, therefore, was not merely a casual comment but an instinctive reflection of a deep-seated belief that power should reside with certain dynastic circles. Priyanka Gandhi has told that she has turned 78 and normally she spoke like that. It is no reply. Beyond the issue of dynasty, friend, Congress, especially under Rahul Gandhi's leadership, they have increasingly embraced a left-leaning ideological position in recent years. I have told it in many stories, whether it is in foreign land, whether it is in India, he has a vested interest, he is running the agenda of somebody else. That is why I am telling, also he is leaning ideological position in recent years and from advocating policies that lean towards extreme socialism to aligning with radical voices that question the legitimacy of Indian institutions, the party has moved further away from its centrist roots. Friends, Rahul Gandhi in particular has positioned himself as a leader who subscribes to a broader global leftist narrative, often at odds with India's aspirations of economic progress and institutional integrity. His rhetoric on issues like corporate India, national security, and democratic institutions echoes the language of Western leftist movements rather than a reflecting grounded Indian political philosophy. Friends, this ideological shift, this is evident in Congress' approach to governance and policy making also. You have seen what has happened during UPA 1 and UPA 2. The party has increasingly taken a stand that questions the legitimacy of established institutions, be it in judiciary, election commission, or even the office of the president. This aligns with the broader left-wing narrative of questioning state institutions as instruments of oppression rather than pillars of democracy. And Congress increasingly aligns with left-leaning academics, activists, and intellectuals has further cemented this transformation. Their opposition to economic reforms, vocal resistance to infrastructure projects, and attempts to paint India's governance as authoritarian all fit within this broader ideological framework. Moreover, Congress political strategy in recent elections also indicates an attempt to mobilize narratives that are popular in left-leaning academic circles rather than among the Indian electorate. It is very clear. It is very clear. If you read the statement of Rahul Gandhi in the last 1 year during last Lok Sabha elections, during his address in foreign universities, one can clearly observe his narratives, his focus, where he is heading to. What is his agenda? In fact, the party has focused on divisive identity politics, often at the cost of economic and developmental discourse. Their leaders have routinely amplified global narratives on caste, religion, and gender, often framing India's governance structure as exulinary. This approach starkly contrasts with the Modi-led BJP government, which has emphasized national pride, economic development, and institutional integrity. Friends, Congress ideological shift has also alienated a large section of traditional Congress voters. You can see it, who once saw the party as a moderate force in Indian politics. But Sonia Gandhi's comment on President Murmu is not an isolated incident, but a part of this broader ideological and dynastic pattern. I can say this was a pre-planned. It's not like what Priyanka Gandhi said that she is for 78, so she's told like that. No, I don't agree. She comes from a responsible family. She's a senior leader. She's wife of a former Prime Minister. So the countrymen will, whatever she speaks, when she speaks, the countrymen will always take her very seriously. And this reflects Congress' inability to reconcile with the changing nature of Indian democracy. That is what I told in the beginning. Congress party is still struggling to adjust itself with modern Indian democracy. That is the real issue of the Congress party, where political power is no longer the exclusive domain of elite families, but a reflection of grassroots aspirations. And the party's ideological shift towards extreme left positions further excavates this disconnect as it distances itself from aspiration of the emerging middle class and working population. Friends, instead of evolving into a party that embraces democracy in its trust sense, Congress continues to oscillate between dynasty elitism and radical leftism, a combination that seems increasingly out of touch with contemporary India. So, it is high time the principal opposition party of India, which has a responsible, they have a serious role as a opposition party to play in a biggest or oldest democracy of the world. They just can't give a media bite or comment, not less than on the President of India, Droupadi Murmu. The whole nation is proud of her background. I am from Orissa. I personally know her. From a very remote village she has come. From Panchayat level to municipality to member of legislative assembly, minister in Odisha government, governor in Jharkhand. Then she became the President of India. So one expects that a honorable senior leader Srimati Sonia Gandhi should have been careful before airing her views to media on our president. This is not acceptable. That is why I told Congress party is struggling. Congress party is literally finding a way to sync with modern Indian democracy. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Uday India and subscribe to Uday India. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.